This is KMBC 9 First News.
A new push to find the man accused of killing his boss last week. How you can help police track him down. The man accused of killing 3 people at 2 Jewish community sites is back in court today. What is expected in Johnson County Court and when he could be headed for trial. And rain on the radar, we're tracking the storms. What is expected for your Wednesday? I'm Daniela Martinez-Serrano along with Megan Miller. And this is a live look at the Country Club Plaza. Will Haney is tracking storms this morning. Will, what can people expect today?
Yeah, well, we saw a dreary start to our day today, definitely. A lot of the rain, though, is starting to die off. And as we look closer to the city, that's definitely the case. Now, this is the last hour scan of radar. You can see those showers have really just pretty much died off. Most of the rain now off to the south and west, or south and east rather, of the Kansas City metro. I'll let you know how many showers we see this afternoon, and I'll help you plan your week in just a few minutes.
We start with breaking news out at Osage Beach. 4 children have died in a condominium fire. It happened just before 11 last night. 6 people were inside when the fire started. 2 were able to make it out okay, but 4 children died. Firefighters say they're investigating this as a suspicious fire. Updates as we get them on First News on KMBC. A wife's plea to find her husband's killer. 54-year-old Mike Zaidi was shot and killed last week, allegedly by his employer, Willie Parker. It happened across the street from the University of Kansas Medical Center at 39th and Rainbow. Parker now charged in the shooting. Police considered him armed and dangerous. If you see him, call the police. There is a $5,000 reward for his arrest. KMBC 9 investigates violations at a Northland pool where a toddler drowned last Friday. The pool at the Days Inn on the Northeast Parvern Road and 435 has been shut down 3 times in 5 years because of safety issues. Those issues are being documented in a health department report. They range from no to little chlorine levels to the emergency phone not being operational. In 2013, depth markers were missing and even equipment being deemed not safe or missing. The owner says in 26 years there has been no other issues other than a drowning last week. KMBC 9 received an email from the Days Inn saying it fired the previous company contracted to care for the pool. It also says weather, rain, and excessive heat are factors in balancing the water's chemical levels. The Days Inn also says the pool's rules state that there is no lifeguard on duty and children must be supervised by adults. And a first alert. Traffic alert this morning. Antioch Road between 75th and 67th Street will be closed to traffic starting at 9 this morning. It will remain closed until Sunday at 7 p.m. New storm sewer lines and resurfacing part of a $1 million project. Right now, Overland Park police need your help finding a missing man. 59-year-old David Gay was seen the morning of August 3rd. He was supposed to be at work. Police found his car in a park about 2 miles from his apartment. If you see him, call 911.
Well, here in the First Alert Weather Center, we are just looking at some rain showers off to the south. Not a whole lot of lightning with this system by any means, just some moderate rain for those of us down south. Kansas City Metro, though, we're staying pretty much dry, I think, now until maybe later this afternoon, and we'll have your rain chances in just a second. The bulk of this rain, though, again, off to the south and east of the Kansas City Metro. Not a whole lot of lightning, just some moderate rain that we could be seeing down there. Not much north of I-70, Chillicothe, Cameron. You all stay dry for now. Regional temperatures, 70 degrees right now in Kansas City. Off to the southwest, a little bit warmer, 71 in Wichita, 71 off there in Dodge City. So not much to talk about there, no real contrast. A little bit closer to home, though, there's a little bit of a contrast as a result of the rain. 70 degrees here in Kansas City. A little bit warmer, though, right now in Chillicothe, 75. Again, this is 10:30 this morning. Well, City View, it's pretty dreary out there. You can see a mostly cloudy sky. Most of that rain has tapered off, though. It's 70 degrees, so it is pretty comfortable out there. The heat index, nothing to worry about at this point in the day. So 72 degrees. We're going to work our way up, though, by the later portion of your afternoon. We'll sit right around 79 degrees. I think we could break that 80-degree mark as well. So the morning, rain is likely. We're going to see that rain continue on the next few hours. We do see a chance for some thunderstorm and rain activity later this afternoon into the evening, and you're going to see that on the sky right here. As the sun goes down, we see some sprinklings here or there, but nothing too extreme nothing too substantial. Here's what's going to happen. This rain is all going to push out, and by the afternoon we could be seeing just some pocket showers, mostly cloudy sky, I think, by your afternoon. Overnight, Wednesday into Thursday, we clear up. Should be a comfortable morning tomorrow. No rain in the Kansas City metro, which is some good news after all the rain we've seen the last few days. And by tomorrow afternoon, we are still dry and seeing a mostly clear sky. Here's your temperatures tomorrow. We're not going to hit the 90-degree mark, I don't think, for those of us up in the Northland. 85 degrees in Albany, 86 in Cameron, St. Joseph, 86 as well. Working our way down, 86 here in Kansas City tomorrow at around 4 o'clock, 88 in Belton. And towards the south, a few people I spoke too soon could break that 90-degree mark. I think 93 in Butler tomorrow afternoon, rather, is possible. So mid-80s, I think, for the north, and then we work our way down, and we could be seeing some low 90s. Here's your 5-day forecast. Wednesday, that chance for showers and storms lingers on this afternoon. Thursday and Friday, we're a little bit more comfortable with temperatures in the upper 80s, and we shouldn't see any rain either of those days. Saturday and Sunday, your weekend, neither of those days a washout by any means, but we could see some pocket showers both day, a 30% chance both of those days. And that trend continues for Monday. We're back into the upper 80s, and that holds for your Tuesday. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Will Haney. Thanks for watching.
More airlines dropping big game trophies. Who is joining in the ban?
And the field is set for an upcoming Republican debate. Who's in and who's out?
There's not going to be a 3-shot on camera too. It's just
before sports, no.
Got it.
I'm sorry, did you ask something else?
No, I just nothing. Sorry.
President Obama expected to address the Iran nuclear deal. This is part of an intense lobbying campaign to sell Congress on the deal. He is expected to frame this, at most, consequential foreign policy debate. Since the decision to go to war in Iraq right now, lawmakers are discussing the deal that rolls back Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. Opponents call the measure a dangerous agreement.
The deal makes it far easier for Iran to build dozens, even hundreds of nuclear weapons in a little over a decade.
Congress is expected to vote on the nuclear agreement next month.
A new report claims the FBI is looking into Hillary Clinton's email server. The Washington Post reports the FBI is examining the security of Clinton's private email server. During her time as Secretary of State, investigators are trying to figure out if Clinton sent or received any classified information on the unsecured server. A campaign official says the Post story doesn't change anything and the FBI is not targeting her.
After some major airlines put an end to shipping big game trophies, more are joining the ban. United Air and Canada joined Delta and American in banning the transportation of big game trophies, including lions, buffaloes, and rhinos. The decision comes after an American dentist paid to hunt a lion in Zimbabwe. The bans prompted a response from Texas Hunting Club, calling them arbitrary and ill-informed.
Kansas City, Missouri is getting more than $40 million to help promote innovation with the city government. It's part of a contest sponsored by former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg's foundation. Called the What Works Cities Initiative, the announcement coming today. Kansas City will get expert help making data more available to everyone. 8 cities are the first winners. More will be chosen through 2017. How much will you spend to send your kids back to school? The average family with children in kindergarten through 12th grade will shell about $630. But this weekend you could save more money. It's back to school tax-free weekend. We'll have highlights of those deals starting at 6:30 on First News.
And one more series before the Royals return to the K. Royals are in Detroit tonight. Here we cut to Kansas City already up 1-0. Danny Duffy on the mound.
Let's just start off with, once I go on the full screen, go ahead, step in, because we didn't have a camera shot on the banner.
Ah, gotcha.
Then hold for the open.
Can we do the second segment from the top just once, since it's a little shorter?
I'm sorry?
Can we do this segment from the top, just so we have one more run of it, or are we kind of pressed for time?
We could do it at the end.
Yeah, or we could do it at the end if you'd rather.
'Cause she needs to do this.
I messed up on the last one so bad.
No, we'll do the segment over.
We could do it. Is it okay? Yeah, we'll do
the
it.
segment over.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Daniela, just lean back some because you're in Megan's shot.
I'm sorry. That George Stephanopoulos lean.
President Obama expected to address the Iran nuclear deal. This is part of an intense lobbying campaign to sell Congress on the deal. He is expected to frame this as the most consequential foreign policy debate since the decision to go to war in Iraq. Right now, lawmakers are discussing the deal that rolls back Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. Opponents call the measure a dangerous agreement.
The deal makes it far easier for Iran to build dozens, even hundreds of nuclear weapons in a little over a decade.
Congress is expected to vote on the nuclear agreement next month.
A new report claims the FBI is looking into Hillary Clinton's email server. The Washington Post reports the FBI is examining the secretary of the security of Clinton's private email server during her time as Secretary of State. Investigators are trying to figure out if Clinton sent or received any classified information on the unsecured server. A campaign official says the Post story doesn't change anything and the FBI is not targeting her.
After some major airlines put an end to shipping big game trophies, more are joining the ban. United and Air Canada joined Delta and American in banning the transportation of certain big game trophies, including lions, buffaloes, and rhinos. The decision comes after an American dentist paid to hunt a lion in Zimbabwe. The bans prompted a response from a Texas hunting club calling them arbitrary and ill-informed.
Kansas City, Missouri is getting more than $40 million to help promote innovation within the city government. It's part of a contest sponsored by former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg's foundation. Called the What Works Cities Initiative, the announcement coming today. Kansas City will get expert help making data more available to everyone. 8 cities are the first winners. More will be chosen through 2017. How much will you spend to send your kids back to school? The average family with children in kindergarten through 12th grade will shed about $630, but this weekend you could save more. It's back to school weekend, or back to school tax-free weekend. We'll have the highlights of those deals starting at 6:30 on First News.
And now, KMBC 9 Sports, sponsored by your local Kansas City Honda dealers.
And one more series before the Royals return to the K. Royals out in Detroit tonight. Here, Kansas City already up 1-0. Danny Duffy's on the mound. He's going to get some help in the third. Mike Moustakas starts the double play and gets them out of the inning. Salvador Perez, he already had 1 RBI in this game, adds 2 more in the fourth. Salvi crushes his 16th home run of the season to left field off of Tigers' Justin Verlander. Royals take a 3-0 lead over Detroit. Now up 4-0 in the sixth when Alex Rios hits a blooper into center field. Kendrys Morales crosses the plate and Rios legs out a double. 5-0 Royals. Royals would hold on to a 5-1 victory over the Tigers. They have a 9.5 game lead over Minnesota in the AL Central. Duffy getting the win.
Make good pitches, try to get in on them, sink the ball, whatever you have to do to just get them to mishit it. And, you start worrying about punching everybody out, and just be as stoic as you can out there, let the defense play. It's just a beautiful thing.
And today, Major League Baseball handed out some suspensions for the brawl in Toronto on Sunday. No Royals were punished. Jays pitcher Aaron Sanchez has been suspended for 3 games for hitting Alcides Escobar, and Toronto manager John Gibbons will also miss 1 game. On to the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs welcomed another Mizzou Tiger to training camp. LaDamian Washington was an undrafted free agent last year. Wide receiver split his calf in two while at camp with the Steelers last year. Washington has been rehabbing ever since. He says he got a call from about 7 NFL teams, but it was an easy choice when the Chiefs called, especially with a strong Tiger contingent.
It's big because every other team that I was with, I didn't have a guy that I could kind of go to and lean on whenever I was kind of like down and not having that confidence about myself. So just having J-Mac right there by my side, Chase Daniel as a quarterback, and my guy Mitch, who I basically grew up with at Mizzou, you know, it's great.
Now check this out here at Colts camp. Head coach Chuck Pagano shows his support for Chiefs player Eric Berry. Berry's coming back after being diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma late last year. Pagano was diagnosed with leukemia in 2012. Pretty cool.
All leading up to that big postseason game here in the 15th. How do you think the Chiefs will go out with that?
I think the Royals will be fine that day. I think the Chiefs will also do a good job. Training camp's still early, but things looking good.
Royals and Chiefs, way to go, Kansas City. Well, thanks for joining us here at KMBC 9 News. You're up. No,
Would one of you take a picture of us two up here, please?